Welcome back to the channel. You're watching Unbiased Magic Reviews, and today I've got a magic comparison review for you guys. This is the reason you watch this channel, for reviews like this that are going to really help you in deciding the magic that you may want to pick up. So you may remember that in this series I compare two magic effects that are essentially the same thing and just compare the positives and the negatives to show you guys why one product is superior over the other, at least in my own opinion. Hopefully it will save you some money. As usual, I have no disclosures. Nobody sent me anything. I have no entanglements with any magic companies. So you know everything I'm telling you guys is my own honest opinion and from my own experiences. So today I am going to be comparing Alexander Hermann's Ultimate Free Choice with Dani DaOrtiz's Chapter 10 from his Chaos project, specifically his effect called the Last Choice. Both of these effects have really the same effect, where a card is either thought of or there's a prediction in play, and your spectators are going to whittle down the deck, eliminating cards until they get to one card, and it's either going to match the thought of card or the card that is predicted ahead of time. So that's really the plot that we're looking at. And as I mentioned, you guys are going to see that there's definitely a clear winner here. You may remember that last month I mentioned to you guys that I had a very good idea how Alexander Hermann's effect worked, because I knew of Dani DaOrtiz's effect that I use all the time, because it used extras. I already suspected that as well. So we're going to start out with the Alexander Hermann version, and then I'm going to get into the Dani DaOrtiz version. So Ultimate Free Choice by Alexander Hermann, you can pick it up for $25 from Vanishing Ink. You're going to get two videos that are about 40-45 minutes in duration, where you're going to watch a performance, learn the effect, learn some extras that come along with it, and then you're also going to get some cards and a multiple out envelope. That's what you're going to get. There's no sleight of hand here, and they advertise that it's very easy to do, and it's true, it is easy to do. So it's very simple. What are my impressions of it are that I actually was really disappointed with it, even though you'll see that anybody else that talks about the effect says it's like the greatest thing. But the reason is because I use the Dani DaOrtiz version, and this is just so inferior to it. It's not even in the same league. So I'm going to go over why this effect should not have been called Ultimate Free Choice, because it's not ultimate anything really, and it's way overpriced at $25. So the way the effect starts is you introduce a prediction in your pocket. You say, I've got a prediction in my pocket. You have a deck of cards which you can give out to your spectators to shuffle, borrowing an idea from Dani DaOrtiz. Then the deck is spread on the table, and you have somebody select a card, and you explain that that's going to be the first card that's eliminated. So that's, you're introducing the premise. And then you have the spectators eliminate like a swath of cards, and then the cards that are left, you start dealing them on the table, and then they stop you somewhere and you give them the choice to eliminate where they want to. And as you watch the trailer, you will see the ideal outcome. If everything goes smooth like that, well, then this does look like a miracle. It looks great. It's wonderful. The problem is that very often it's not going to turn out like that, because during the second phase, when they stop you from dealing, you ask them which pile they want to eliminate. If they don't eliminate the right pile, then you have to continue doing the same thing, and you're going to end up in a position where you have like 7 to 10 cards in your hand. You're going to have to spread them on the table and then go into this really ugly magician's choice type procedure, where you have the spectator name a number between 1 and 8, and then you count to that number, and then you give them a choice. You know, do you want to eliminate just this card or everything to one side of it? It starts to feel extremely restrictive. And even the creator, he said, and I quote, this is what he said, "It feels a little more dirty." Well, I will tell you guys, it doesn't feel a little more dirty. It stinks. It absolutely stinks, because it feels like a restrictive magician's choice. And when you get down to just 2 cards, the problem is, if they're not the right cards, you have to equivoke the right card on your spectator, and then the whole effect becomes completely illogical, because when you get down to 2 cards and you say to the spectator, I want you to take one, and then as you're taking it, you're telling them to keep, right? at that point, it just feels so forced and illogical, because the whole routine, you were eliminating cards, and then you're down to just 2. And the one they choose, they're going to keep it. You've eliminated every other card. It doesn't make sense. You see, it would make sense if you said, hey, we're down to 2 cards. Do you want to keep one or do you want to eliminate one? Now, if you gave them the choice, that's a totally different story. But you're not. You're not giving them a choice. You're equivoking it on them. And for that reason, I just don't like it at all. It's just, that's terrible. So just to reiterate, if the effect goes like it does in the trailer with the best case outcome, then yeah, this is great. But it's not going to go that way often, and it's going to spiral into this ugly magician's choice. The idea of having a prediction in your pocket is awful. Okay, that's not good at all. If I was going to have a prediction in my pocket, I'd be using an index in a regular deck of cards. And the reason is because if I have a regular deck of cards in mem stack order, I can let the spectators eliminate cards however they want, all the way down to 1 card. I will know what that is. Then I'm able to take out my prediction and say, this card's been in my pocket since the very beginning. Take a look. This is my prediction. And then only now do you let them turn over the last card that nobody knows what it is, apparently, and when it matches, it's a lot more believable. The gag that you have a bunch of extras in your pocket, I mean, really, it's kind of funny or whatever, but I don't think it adds much. And I think that these guys tried to clean that up by using the multiple out envelope on the table, because obviously the best prediction is the one where the card starts on the table face down right from the beginning. This is my prediction. It's not going to change. That's the best case scenario, but here they can't do that. And with that envelope, it cannot be examined. It can't even be handled by the spectator. And for those reasons, I don't like the effect. Unfortunately, it just fails. It just doesn't feel good. Now, in the bonus section, they advertise that there's an impromptu version that's taught with just a thought of card. The problem is it's not impromptu, because you need to use a marked deck that's in your memorized stack. So does that sound impromptu to you? To me, that doesn't sound impromptu. And you want to hear the worst part is that you're gonna have to use that ugly equivoke at the end when you get down to just 2 cards. You're gonna have to use it. You're not gonna have any choice. So you know what that means? That means you're not gonna do this effect. You're not gonna do that impromptu version. You're just not gonna do it. So for all of these reasons, I'm telling you guys that this effect was way overpriced. It should have been sold at $5 as a $5 download is what this should have been, because there was no reason to include those things that you could have made at home yourself. It's ridiculous is what it is. Now, if we compare this with Dani DaOrtiz's version, The Last Choice, from his Chaos Project, Chapter 10, it is superior in every way. Now, if you watch that, you will see that it's introduced as a thought of card type location effect, where one of the spectators looks at a card and then they think of it, and then they go through this process where they whittle down to 1 card, and it's the card they're thinking of. But very easily, you could also just start with a card on the table as a prediction card from a different deck. You could do that as well if you wanted to. And what I really liked about the Dani DaOrtiz version is that it feels so fair, because virtually almost the whole elimination process is done the same way, where you're spreading the cards on the table and you're giving people choices of what side they want to eliminate cards, and you have them just eliminate a whole swath of cards at a time. It really feels like everything is out of your control. And even when you get down to just a few cards, you know, you start to switch gears a little bit because you only have a few cards left, but it makes sense. And even when you're down to just really a few cards, you give the spectator the choice. Do you want to keep cards, or do you want to eliminate cards, or, you know, which cards do you want to use? And I just thought that the psychology was pure genius. And then when you're down to just 2 cards, I really like this idea where he tells them to take the 2 cards under the table and mix them up, so even they won't have any idea which one they decide to eliminate. This feels so fair. It feels like the magician has 0 control over which card they decide to eliminate. And I really loved his subtlety, how they take the card they eliminate and put it into the pile, and the magician immediately turns it over and shows everybody the card that was eliminated. That's an awesome subtlety, awesome. And you're going to use it, obviously. You're going to use it. It's just a great effect in every way, and it feels so fair. I'm going to show you guys just the elimination phase here. It's because it's very short. It's pretty short, but I just want you to see how fair this feels. And you'll even see how one of the spectators just like, it almost looks like he's trying to mess him up, and it doesn't even matter. So let's take a look at it real quick.
If you want, you can shuffle both packets together. Doesn't matter. Also, you can shuffle both packets together. You can shuffle and shuffle and shuffle and shuffle and shuffle and cut and put. Doesn't matter. The important is the deck need to be completely shuffled. It's okay? Complete. Now, in this moment, to continue the trick, I need one of you thinking any card. For example, you thinking, or you thinking any card. You have one card? Okay. Yes. If you want to change, or it's okay for you?
It's okay.
Okay. Now, this is unbelievable. I do nothing. It's no. I have a special power because I am like a Buddha. It's okay. I have a special power. The people think, yes, because you have a special power, it's possible you influence the people. The card need to remove. But this is not true because I don't know what is the card. It's a completely thinking card. So everybody here will remove all cards except one from different places. For example, Cristobal from the left. Remove any packet you want. 3, 4, 7, 8, 10, 20, doesn't matter. Okay. This not? Okay. Let me to ask you. Can you see here your card?
No.
It's good. It's unbelievable. Now, Seba, remove few cards from the middle. When I say few, it's possible 2, 3, 4, 10, or 20. Doesn't matter. From the middle. Dun, 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 dun. Let me to ask. Can you see here your card?
No.
It's good. And now remove few cards from the right. It's not necessary all cards. You can remove few. It's not necessary from this side. It's possible from another side. Any place from you want, remove few cards. Not the last one? Yeah. Let me to ask you. Can you see here your card? No. Unbelievable. Every time it's less and less and less and less card, okay? Different play. I shuffle and shuffle and shuffle. Doesn't matter. This is no magician shoes. This is not what you tell me I do the opposite. No. I will remove exactly from where you want. You won't remove from the left, from the middle, or from the right. Middle. Okay, remove few card. Remove 7, 4, 8, 10. Doesn't matter. Okay. I don't know if here is your card. Ta, 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 ta. No, I know what's the problem. The problem is the deck is not complete. This is true. So it's possible you are thinking one card is not here, but we will see. We will see. You say from the middle. What you want? From the left or from the right?
Right.
Okay, remove 2 or 3 more. Okay, a little packet. Very good. Let me to ask. Your card? No. And now, Cristobal, remove how many cards you want from your side. I tell you for your side because he say from the right and he say from the middle. But if you want for another side, it's okay. For another side, okay. You want from the middle top or middle. From the middle, okay. Remove from the middle. How many cards you want?
Okay. My hand.
Okay. It's okay? Now it's okay? One more, okay. Good. Is your card here? No. It's unbelievable. And now, if he say from the middle, what you say, left or right? Left. Remove 2 or 3 cards from the left. Okay. Is your card?
No.
Every time it's less and less and less. It's a thinking card. This is unbelievable. Sebas, now for you. Tell me what card you want to play, inside or outside?
Inside.
But now I say to play, not to remove. Inside to play?
Inside to play.
Okay, let me to ask you. The outside card is your card? No. The outside card is your card?
No.
And now, the last 2 cards. It's possible the card he's thinking is not the deck because it's true, it's not complete. Or it's possible, yes. So, I take the deck, okay? Take these 2 cards, put under the table. Put under the table. And shuffle under the table. Any of these cards you want to remove, remove. Any card you want. Remove. Fire hard. Is your card?
No.
Now tell me. For first time, put the card here. For first time, what is the card you are thinking?
9 of diamond.
And this is exactly the 9 of
Wow.
diamonds. Ta-da!
All right, so you guys did take a look at that, and I will tell you guys that there is no difficult sleight of hand in this effect. There's one move, and I wouldn't even consider it to be a move. It's so simple. For $10, this is a complete steal, and you get a lot of extras because he does teach you multiple impromptu versions with just a regular deck. And the one impromptu version that he teaches is just pure genius. It's worth the price of this alone because you're left in the same exact position as if you had the extra, but you don't. Very, very clever. This is like pure Dani DaOrtiz. Pure Dani DaOrtiz, and it's something that I use all the time because I like to perform with just a regular deck of cards. And so I like an effect. Imagine an effect that you could do that you normally could only do if you had an extra, and you still can do it. Like, just think about how awesome that is. That's why this is absolutely superior. And for $10, you're getting, a better structured effect that feels fair, that feels better, where the spectator is going to walk away thinking like they made every single choice on their own. It's absolutely impossible, and there's just so much flexibility here. You learn so much psychology. It should have been priced at twice of what they're charging for it, really, because it's that good. So you guys can obviously see that I advocate for the Dani DaOrtiz version because it's just so much stronger. And that's really why I want to do this magic comparison review, so that way you guys can see between these two effects, and hopefully it will help you so you don't end up wasting your money on bad magic that you're probably not going to use after you learn certain things about it. Anyway, I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to tell you guys about these effects. As usual, if you have any questions or comments, just leave them for me below. If I missed something, just let me know because I miss stuff all the time, obviously. But thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you on the next review.